The integrity of this building has been a question for months. And now it is in little doubt after flames ripped through the old building on 10th and Jackson, a one-time thriving market that was boarded up with walls and a ceiling in disrepair.
That recipe, it just makes it unsafe for our firefighters to safely enter the building and put water on the fire.
That is why Seattle let it burn. The smoke casting a spotlight of sorts on a problem in the city. Seattle's fire department says it has 40 buildings in a similar state that it wants to tear down right away, 4 urgently. However, this was one not on that list. The owner had failed to pay the fee for a demolition permit issued last November to start the process, which has now been started for them.
The example is clear in terms of the impact on our fire department and our city.
Seattle Councilmember Bob Kettle co-sponsored the emergency legislation, which allows firefighters to preemptively demolish vacant buildings, yet acknowledges it would not have changed anything here because the owner had been in contact with city leaders and the building had been receiving monthly inspections. Other buildings with deadbeat landlords will get different treatment and be faced with covering mitigation costs of $350,000 to $500,000. The first round of money for those 4 buildings is already allocated.
Sometimes it could be fencing projects. There's a scale of actions that the fire chief can take and the city can take. Demolition is the one that we focus on.
If there's 4 buildings that are such a risk right now to the city that need to be demolished, torn down, why isn't that happening today?
Well, we're working on that, and we're pressing forward.
And now, with fresh memories and smoke lingering in the background. In Seattle, Chris Daniels, KOMO News.
Despite firefighters' best efforts, flames came up through several places in the roof and left the entire building charred and gutted. Crews kept the fire contained to just the Watson Signature Event Center, but swirling smoke created problems for people living in a nearby apartment complex.
The smoke got thicker and a lot stronger. That's when they came and knocked on the door and said that there was fire. So then we evacuated at that point.
The man who operated this space has played a crucial role to prevent gun violence and provide support for trauma victims. Now he is thrust into a situation where he needs help himself.
It really feels weird being served when you're used to serving other people that are going through similar things that I'm going through.
Over the years, the event center has hosted weddings, fundraisers, and banquets, but has also been used to support a wide range of community activities, especially involving the youth. Now, it is said to be a total loss.
We started out with an interior attack and realized pretty quickly that due to the hazardous conditions that we needed to pull out and do a defensive attack.
About a dozen people ended up being evacuated from this apartment complex as a precaution, but power and gas had to be cut. And residents say it could be up to a week before service is restored.
Red Cross did come out to help some of the tenants. They gave us a debit gift card, but it's not going to be enough to cover our stay if we have to go to a hotel for a whole week.
The event center operator says he hopes to rebuild in the same space if possible, but the recovery will take time as investigators sort out what started the fire in the first place.
My heart goes out right now to those that had events booked that won't be able to experience this great space.
Joel Marino, KOMO News.